Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports Talk. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So California's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys.
Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Brings him to the open. Past the 50. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They used the jump play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Quickly to the tight end. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They just keep firing. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Golden Bears will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Great place to start for this offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold that 2nd 2 ball when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more...
Ball's out behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Clemson will send the punt team out. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to pass, it's Schwartz. Bringing the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it, they're on the run.
Well, the big story in this game is ball security for this quarterback right now. That's already his 2nd fumble of the game, guys, and we're not even through the 1st quarter yet.
Looking for space, it's Ambrose. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end. The officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down.
Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to throw, it's Schwartz. Fires to the right. Got the tight end outside. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gives it on the option. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field.
Illegal blocking.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. He's looking to pass. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Here's the heat. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass? He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On the ground, it's Lanning. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last.
Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Clemson. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little.
Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Schwartz. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Golden Bears will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Holds it in. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Golden Bears moving quickly to the line. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. Almost popped free on the screen, but he stopped short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Looking downfield on 1st down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Complete to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that 1st down. This is still the 1st half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
That should be the final play of the 1st half. 1 snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Golden Bears will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He wisely lets that one bounce. Back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Caught over the middle. It's Ambrose. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Swartz. snagged out of the air. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give their...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Cal!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Quickly out to the tight end. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense.
Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted deep in his own end. They'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Hauls it in at the 25. They're able to put a stop to... Turn right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Buying some time. trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, it's one on offense. You know, you're trying to run the ball and get that established so you can work the bootleg off of that with your quarterback, but just nothing going there. The defense was in good position, and QB just didn't have enough speed to really hurt the defense on that one.
He's got it. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
42, Cal 7.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On fourth down, going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds the tight end. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
First down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Under fire. Took a shot as he threw.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And the Golden Bears really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. So now it's 2nd and long. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now facing a 3rd and long.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Golden Bears will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. He'll set up to throw. Buys a little extra time. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and